Well, the announcement for the heavyweight championship of the world was announced today. Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. And yes, it will be for the WBA, IBF and WBO heavyweight championship of the world. This will be taking place in Poland. And in fact, the press conference was in Poland. As they both came there, it was expressed that Daniel Dubois is actually 14 years younger than Oleksandr Usyk and is over 40 pounds heavier. When will this fight be taking place? Well, it will be taking place on the 26th of August 2023. And we all probably remember what happened in Daniel Dubois' last fight. It showed once again vulnerability. He got dropped, was it once, twice or three times? I can't remember exactly how many times off the top of my head, but the excuse really that was used for him not being able to get up and dropping most of the time was because he had a damaged knee. He says that his knee is perfectly fine now and he's not going to have any problems with that. And he says that he's fit and is ready to go. They asked, do you think that you'd be able to beat Oleksandr? And he explained that, well, everything's got to start, everything's got to finish, and he's going to finish Oleksandr Usyk. Daniel Dubois is fast and he is powerful, but the vulnerabilities makes it a very, very interesting fight. He says he takes his fight on with both hands, and that was really all that Daniel Dubois says. As Usyk began to speak, he was thanking the people who was defending Ukraine, and the crowd erupted. They made a massive cheer, a sign, a show of respect. He explained that he was glad to be back in Poland after 7 years after winning the WBO belt. He says it was the closest country that he could think of to fighting, which was as close to Ukraine. Quite a contrast in the prices of the tickets. I mean, Anthony Joshua's isn't even for the heavyweight championship of the world, and the tickets start at £40 something. These tickets for the Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, I worked it out, it's €11, but English money at the exchange rate today is £9.46. And he says it's that price because he wants to invite everybody there, all the people from every generation, all backgrounds, the rich and the poor, to be able to get a chance to be able to come. Daniel Dubois versus Oleksandr Usyk. The press conference again will be in 3 days' time in London, England. That will be the second press conference. I don't really hold my breath for it to be any more spectacular than what today was, but it's about promoting the fight. One thing I would say is that Daniel Dubois did look very, very big to me. He looked very, very big to me. And in the face-offs doesn't really actually mean anything. But if you want to look on the face-offs and say anything, the only thing what I'd say really is that Daniel Dubois looked away first. That's about as much as I can give you with the excitement of the press conference. But his new trainer, if you don't know, is Don Charles, and he's only been with him recently. And he was boasting the fact that he bought Derek Chisora to fight the big Klitschko brother. And the big Klitschko brother was really worried at the time. And they think that they had a psychological advantage. Even though they didn't win that fight, he says that Derek Chisora really gave him a fight. And to be totally honest, I can't argue because he did. Anyway, thank you. Well, let's look out for the press conference on Thursday. But for those of you who haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure that you subscribe and listen in on Thursday. You've been listening to Mega Talk. Thank you.